Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday here. I thought I'd do this video. It might be a little bit longer one because kind of the start of each season. Well, it's the end of this one, but I'll try to do a bigger video, a bit of update, because everybody seems to like longer videos and a real good look at what's going on. So first up, little disclaimer, it is sponsored by Frenzy Fish Feeds, so a great Australian company. I talked about it in a shorts video recently, but I'll show you some of the product as we go around, and I'll do an order soon, so we'll be able to get some product in and I'll show you a little bit more about it. But yeah, good Australian company. Get on board. It's what I feed everything. I feed all my tropicals, my cold water fish, goldfish, whatever. Just use different sizes for different things. I know they've talked to me about they got 2 new sizes coming out, I think. So yeah, I'll be able to get hold of some of that and show you that and trial that, see how it goes. Especially not all fish are the same. Just because you got nano fish and they look similar size, not each one's got the same mouth. Not each one wants to feed at the top. Not each one wants to feed at the bottom. So, you know, just on this before we move along, it's like Madakas. Everybody feeds them the way they want to feed them, but I love using 0.05 from Frenzy Fish Feed and a sprinkler, and it lays on top. And the Madakas, in my opinion, like to scoot along the top and pick the food off the tops. So they really love that. Guppies love it. But alright, we're going to go for a good walk around and have a look at everything that's going on. I might go backwards today, so every time we do an update, we tend to start over that corner and I'll work my way around. And so I'm going to take you out the pond area and I'll show you what is going on there, and we'll see if we can see some stuff. Sometimes it's hard to see bloody underwater. I must get one of those GoPros that go underwater. I think people would like that, so I will grab that camera and we will go for a little walk, and then we'll come back this way. Alright. Everybody say hello to Fifi. Hello, Fifi. Bit of a shed cat. Used to be an inside cat till she become not an inside cat, a naughty girl. Alright. Bloody parrots, I tell you what, I've built the hell out of my apricots. Oranges have all fell down, out of season now. So let's go around here and start at the end. What do we got? Well, this water looks a little bit like this because I was a bit sus about a couple of fish. So I put some methylene blue in here and some Echinec for white spot that Echinec is. But they all look happy now. If you can see them, once again, I'll talk about the bloody glare. But there's some nice fish that I've kept. I did buy a yellow lily the other day. Oh, there's another one. So there's a few in there that I've selected to breed out. In here, you might see a shadow down here. Now there's 4 black moors that are future breeders in there that I need to get out so they don't breed with the fantails. But there's a colony of fantails in there, 7, 8 fantails. I did talk about that. I wanted to use the long tail fantail and cross back with a short tail roke and to try to bring out the long tail and see how I go, see what I get. In here are 2 white comets and some shabumpkins in there. Now occasionally I'm having a little bit of trouble with the odd fish dying in there. Oh, there's the white one just shot through. So I don't know why. Change of water, there's nice plants in there. The duckweed's growing, so there's nothing, there's a little bit out in there. Nothing's going wrong, you would think, with it. Here, these are Blackmore babies that have been taken out from inside, and we will not be able to see them, no way. And that little plant there, that's the name of it right there, if anybody wants to know. I got that from a local nursery that's doing some outside plants now.
Looks like a bit of pennywort, but it's not. And that's the name of it right there if you want to get it. I like it. I've taken some stuff inside and see if it will grow under low light as well. In here, I'm pretty sure these, oh, there's one zipping through there. Now I've got these mixed up. I'm going to have to, one was a Ryukin lot and one was a crossbreed lot. And I put in here. And where are we? Oh, there's some zipping along the bottom. So they're growing out, not too often, some more. Oh. I don't know if we can see them in there. But oh, there's some. So they're zipping around, they're growing quite nicely under there. Should get a few more of these too. Oh, there you go, there's my cold water platies. They come out to say hello. Oh, there you go, there's a few of them in there. My good mate Scott gave me those. I must go and see him on the weekend. So we got some different sorts of plants growing in here. They seem to grow in this one so well. There's me swordtails, which I also got from Scott, cold water ones. And this here, as I've talked about before, this has just got me single-tailed fancy fish in that aren't the best, but they get sold cheaply. There's one of these here, look at this, and I've just kept it. Look at that. I don't know if it'll get a shoot off of it. Oh yes it is, look at that. I can show you, see the little roots coming off the side? So you can just pull a stem off and, yeah. I like that, looks got a lovely little pattern on top. I might have to go, I might even go out on the weekend and get another one of those. I really do like it. Right, nothing exciting in here. My son's Comet and his bloody Yabby in here. And we have, and they're going alright, you might see them scooting around there. There you go, these are Arandas growing out in here. And this is my Sunset platies in here and a mutt guppy tank. So that's 500 litres. These are, there's 500. And if you haven't watched my videos before, there's a pump in there and it goes up over there and down there. So I only heat the top tank. I turn the pump off while, if it's cold weather, so that way the heater's not staying on. And these normally have some sort of goldfish or cold water fish in them. And there's a pipe that goes in underneath and back in there. So it just keeps going around and around. That's when it's summer and it's nice and warm and you don't need the heater on. Alright, so that's what's going on out here. And I tend to fill these buckets up and I leave them for 2 or 3 days. And then that's how I just top up out here. And the chlorine gases off in that period of time. Alright, let's go for a walk. See, we're going backwards. We'll probably start with the shrimp. I never ever take it in the main thing. There is a pond in there. I must do a video on that one day. Next project. I got this from my mum. It was jammed in the ground. And we've got some nice plants. There's 4 or 5 in there. I'm going to pull them to pieces probably Sunday, Monday, and spread them outside in here. Alright, we'll go right to this end, I suppose. There's my pearl scales. I've lost a couple recently, but more so there's my couple of dragon eye, and there you go, turn that off. Butterfly telescope. That's that black one, because I have got traits. That the bigger one right there with the red eyes has got panda in there, so I want to try to cross the black one back over. My Yumbow goldfish, have lost one recently. Spewing about that because I've had these for quite a few years and they spawn all the time. I believe it was just they're constantly chasing her because of she had eggs and they basically chased her to death. And it does happen. You try to get her out if you can. If you ever have one that's happening to, for God's sake, get her out now and give the poor bugger a rest and being shift work I couldn't, so there's my Arandas. G'day. That's all my breeding Arandas. The mocks are in, weather dropped off. I missed the storm because I was day shift, so I couldn't get up early enough to get the mocks out. So, yeah, so I've missed that boat. I have to wait for the temperature to get back up. Now, this is my mutt shrimp in here. Trying to find one of those to video. It'll be like a needle in a haystack. But you might see zipping around in there. There's some down there, some gambusia in there. Mozzie fish, if you want to call them that. Also got them from my friend Scott. We can do another video on this if you choose. This is my solar system and battery bank and 3000 watt inverter that actually runs everything here. So I run everything off solar, and then at night the battery banks take over. So if I lose power, well, I don't lose power. And there we've got my swirl filter, biofilter and sump, and all runs this whole system. Only the goldfish system here it runs. And I can open valves and it goes out to the garden and so on. It's a pretty good system. It's got its flaws like everything. But I'm glad I did make it because I hurt me back there last year, and if I didn't make this or to make this, I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't cart bloody buckets of water around all day, you know, pick up the odd bucket here and there, but that's about it. Alright, now, shrimp. Crystal blacks, going well. They should be able to drop some more soon. The female's getting quite large now. Crystal reds, they're going very well. Look at that snow right on the screen. I'm hoping there'll be some little shrimplets soon from them. We have orange-eyed blue tigers in here. Now I'm going to have to do some culls in here because some of them's dropped off a little bit, so I will have to do some culls in there. These are my cherry blacks. Now when I did put some buried up mums in there when I put some of these in, and my golden yellows I'm going to have to sell out of here very shortly because there's just hundreds of them in there. It probably doesn't show it justice, but if you rattle a few things in there, they just come flying out everywhere. Orange, and what else we got? Tangerine tigers. Now I'm not sure if there's any left in there. I've not had a lot of luck with them. Red shrimp, that's cherry reds, more cherry reds. And golden bee. Golden bees in there. And I took a heap of crystal blacks out from up there so I can start another colony, and that looks like it's going to do alright. There's a couple of rosy barred babies. This is a blue dreaming colony that I took from the other end of the shed. These my cat's annoying the hell out of me. Stop it. Yep. And there's also a colony of yellows I put in this one. So that's my shrimp area, and that the air for that comes in off that black line down here up there into the back, which all comes off that big pump up there which runs to loop, which is all linked into the battery banks as well. So now where are we? Right here. This has got all my baby bristlenose. Look at that, there's some calico babies right there, and then a heap of bristlenose, which I've got to take some to my friend Scott this week. I'll get him some 4 nice ones. There you go, that's probably a couple of them there. Not bad sizes, all sellable now at that. Oh, there's a guppy. Once again, do not know how they got in there. They must come in on when you you know, you put a different net in there, and you must have hooked them up somewhere. Mystery snails, hundreds and hundreds. And there's some marble babies on the screen, and all the baby snails, which are in these containers, and more in these containers here. I let them dry out in there and they hatch in there, then I tip them in here, and then I do this after about a week or so they don't get predated on. And now they can crawl out. Now they're a little bit older, a week or two older, and they'll come out to the big grow out area there. There's also hundreds of common pleco babies in here. Even though this isn't heated, this system, but now the water is up around that 18 to 20 degrees and getting a bit warmer, I can start to put some of these plecos in to grow out. And what do we got here? YB means Yumbao. Yumbao, they went in on the 21st, so they'll be hatching the next day or so. And then I'll tip them out in here. Now, looks like I put a heap. Oh, there's some babies. So, there's some Yumbao babies that got taken out over the other side, and there must have been some scragglers left in here. So, they get to grow out on their own for a little while. Now, I had marble pleco babies in here, and all of a sudden I couldn't find many. And then late last night when I came home from work, about an inch long, I found one of those dragonfly larvae in here. So he's had a nice old meal on bloody about 50, 60 pleco babies. What do we got? Orandas due to hatch. Well, that's the 21st, so not long for those either. And what did we have in here to start with? It must have been Orandas to start with. I've taken them out. They're out over the other side. Jesus, cat, you're annoying the crap out of me. What do we got here? Well, they're black moors, so they've been emptied out and taken over the other side. So that's ready for the spawner mops to be done. We got look, there's some golden barbs, and there is a goldfish in there, and I have no idea how that got in there. Once again, must have been on a mop or a net or something. Some rosy barb babies in here, because most of them have already been taken out. That mop is from the rosy barbs. I find they take just a little bit longer than the goldfish to hatch. My first ever peppercorey that I hatched out is in here somewhere, but you probably can't see it. It's actually about an inch long now. It's going quite well. So yes, that's good. So what do we got? We've got here, we got Orandas, it says. And there we go, we've got a heap of Oranda babies growing out. They could do with some brine shrimp very shortly. Jesus, cat keeps knocking the camera. I think I'm not... so what do we got here? Ryukins in here. Can we see any? God, cat. Yep, there's some there. Yeah. As I said, I'll go and get some food in a minute. And I've dropped some snails in here. Mystery snails when the water gets hot enough. But if not, ram's horn snails. They clean up a lot of that mulm. Mulm's good, because they still pick it up, but it's just unsightly. And if you drop some ram's horn snails in there, they take care of that for you. Where we go. Now, the spawner mop's in. As I said, it's a little bit too cold, so they're probably not going to spawn. There's been a storm. I took a gamble they might have spawned, but once again, we keep saying about every time I show you, it's bloody hard to see these black down there. Huge big, as I said, some of them anywhere between 10 inches to a foot long black moors. So let's come over here. There's my beautiful ranchu. Be hard to see the black ones in there because there is black ranchu in there. Be assured, might be able to see one there, a white belly on that one. The mop's in there, as I said. Other than I do have my granddaughters. Look at that tail hanging out there. Ray, that's a axolotl. They wanted to get rid of it, so it just got dropped in the pond here. 500 litres these, same as the ones out in the shed. Here we go, we got, oh look here, big colony of rosy barbs, white cloud minnows in there, and what else have we got? We've got, should be some bronze cories in there too, but I need to add another different colour in here, I think. Give me a suggestion, because I mean the males, look at that, they colour up beautifully, but with the females and the white cloud minnows and the cories, it's not a real colourful tank, I would say. Yes, so this is my, oh, everybody knows my love for little pepper cories. They breed. Oh, there's a little suckerfish gone. So what do we got? We got golden danios, bred to cold water. Oh, stand back a little bit. And cold water swordtails. We've talked about them there. And there's my peppers. Love peppers. As I said, 12 degrees water, it doesn't matter. It'll get right down, and they still, bloody things still spawn, you know. Shocking glare, isn't it? Right, so that's those tanks. Now, I'm not sure you can see, but I'm not sure if I've got eggs here or not. But I put some better fish in there, and the female actually killed the male. So, I don't know if they laid eggs or not. It's bloody hard to see. I'll see in a few days, I suppose. This one here has got the spawner mop from up there, I think. Dropped in there. And I leave that there for 7 days, and I keep changing them over. Because I can pick the pepper cory eggs out. But the thing is, if the golden danios lay an ink in there, you really can't see them too small. So I put them in here, let them hatch out, and then I'd put them back. Just a couple. Blue Musco, and my peppermint plecos in there. There's a few in there, and there's one common female. So I've just put that in there. I've seen that on another video with the little holes, and then the babies go up in there. But the thing is, these don't predate on their babies. That's why I've got so many of them. I've done the same thing here, so the babies can go up there into a little bit of weeds. My 24 karat gold guppies. The colony sagged for a little while, but it's come back. Oh, I need to check that one there out. I don't know if that's, don't know what that looks like. I need to take it and put it aside and see what it's going to turn out, because that doesn't look 100% true, that one. That's the first one I've had from them. It looks interesting. Black body, gold front. I'll take it out, see what happens. Yes, all my green shrimp. Green shrimp everywhere. My marble plecos. I need a dither fish or whatever to go in over top of here. And by the way, I missed this one here. This is, oh, there we go. We've got a albino cories in here. We have golden barbs in here, and we have the golden white cloud minnows in here, and hundreds of yellow shrimp. Now, seems to only be adult ones in there of the shrimp. So I'm assuming, since I put the golden barbs in there, they're knocking over some of the fries. The little shrimplets. So that's why I started another colony of the yellow ones up the other end, just in case, because I thought that might have been the case. So I might get out some of these adults, might sell them off. Alright, so there's a nice little tunnel in there, and the cories go in and out of there all the time. And that mop, same principle, give it 7 days, I drop it in there, then it goes up in here. Tuesday it's ready to come out again. What do we got? The stir-bys, and there is some culls of the orange-eyed blue tigers. Now they're very interesting. they've got more of a tiger pattern on them. I don't know if we can get a bit of a look there. It's a real tigery pattern on them. So I've put them, so I'm going to get the coals out of there later and put them all in here, and I'll just see what I get. Stir-bys haven't done anything for me yet, but the mops are in. Julii. The Julii, the mops are in. There's 8 or 9 of them in there. No, nothing yet. And my King Tiger Plecos are in there. There's 4 of them. So it's still a bit juvenile yet. Some mystery snails in there to clean up some stuff. And this is my experiment ones. These are the 24 karat gold male with 2 red tail gold snakeskin females put together, and this is the 2 lots of fries they dropped. And just going to wait and see what they all come out like. What I'm going to do is going to select the better ones and put them aside, and then see if I can start something. Oh, have a look. That's a little bit of something happening there. I'll have to keep an eye out on the screen to see if there's any eggs around. I'll have to keep an eye on those. I haven't had them spawn yet. Look at that big albino pleco there. And as I said, these are my red tail gold snake skin. And there is a poor quality blue dream shrimp. Oh, I apologise about this bloody glare. Yeah, but there is 4 adults. I have bred a couple times, but I haven't been successful to keep any of them. So what do we got here? We have my Empire Gudgeons, the darker ones back there, and then the Crimson Rainbows. Now I put 2 spawner mops because the Crimson Rainbows and the Empire Gudgeons seem to stick up this end, and my beautiful little panda Corey stick up this end. Now I have got 1 baby panda Corey from those. There's that plant that I said outside. Maybe it doesn't like being inside. Looks a little bit weathered, doesn't it? I don't know if it's getting the light. So once again, they go out on a Tuesday, put up there. That one goes out on a Tuesday, put up there. And then we got Bosmani rainbow fish. There's 6 in there, 3 male, 3 female, 1 lone sunset variatus platy, and there is a couple of female. That's the one that killed the male. I don't know if she laid, but there is a white dot on her still, and that's the other female. And we've got the rummy nose in here. We've got 4 extremely large common bristle nose in here. They're the ones that lay all the babies, lay all the eggs anyway. So yes, and where are they? I have not seen them for a while. Oh, right back in there, can you see it? Right back in there. There's some Aldorfi Cory cats. There's only 4 or 5 in here. I've got to get some more of them too. Right, the next here. I hope you just watch all the way through, because I can give you the code for the Frenzy Fish Feed at the end of this too. 10% off. Now I put a male blue Moscow in here with 2 little female, I did that there, 24 carats. No, sorry, red tail gold snakeskin, because in here is a blue Musco with 24 carat female. So I'm going to see what I get from them. Just something different, trying something different. Now, can we see them? Good. Yes, I think they're moving along there. We might be able to. Yep, there, look, zipping along there. Now they are from either the Empire Gudgeons or the Crimson Rainbow. I don't know. Oh, I missed me Ryukins. There you go. Some beautiful Ryukins. Isn't it funny, this one here had swim bladder. And normally after swim bladder I don't try for too long. I normally get rid of them. And I think swim bladder for certain goldfish has a lot to do with the depth of water. Short-tailed fish, they don't like real deep water. And so I'd taken it outside and put it in a very shallow pond, about 200 mil, and it'd swim right. I'd bring it back and put it in the IBCs, it'd flip upside down. So I'd done that over a period of 6 months, and it's swimming beautifully now. It was like, I always thought it was like a drama queen. I put it in this one, which is only just over about 300 mil, with the rest of the Rokins, and it's quite happy in there, swimming along beautifully. So I don't believe you can cure swim bladder, but let's just say shallower water for swim bladder obviously helped me. So there you go, right there, if you can see, that's a little pepper Cory cat. There'll be a dozen or more in there. I keep dropping the eggs in there. I've dropped some eggs in this one too, and there should be some platinum Medaka fry in there because there was a few eggs on there. Now these are my golden Medaka, and my original Blue Dream colony of shrimp. So they're in there happily going away, and there's last year's bred Medaka. Now I'll just see if I can close this bloody shed door. Oh Jesus. I don't know if that'll help much. Might help a little bit. So there's me platinum Medakas, and there's the black cherry shrimp in there as well. Tiger Medaka in with some cherry red. This is that, look, there's that stuff. A little bit more light under here, and I'll put it in here, and look, just a piece of it, and I don't know if it'll start shooting, but yes, like it. I like it a lot. So what do we got? Golden yellows and orange eye blue tiger ones in there, and we have black Medaka in here with a heap of the yellow ones to be sold. There's green shrimp down there, there's orange shrimp down there, too hard to see, no use taking you down there to show you. So that's an overview, bit of a look at what's going on. Plenty of breeding, there's a lot more breeding to come yet, but what could I say, temperature, I don't want it too hot because I work in a bloody big lead smelter, so I don't want it too hot, but without the heat you just can't get the breeding happening, not down here in South Australia, without costing you a fortune for heaters. Alright, so in the descriptions I'm going to put a code. It's GHOST10 to get 10% off Frenzy Fish Feed. Alright, as I said, this gamer I'm getting sponsored at the moment, so feel free to get on, support me, support the company. It's an Australian company, and we want Australian companies to do well, and I'm not feeding you full of crap. There's the fish food that I use. It's all from them, and I have them all in there, you know, relative. I'll just show you one there. Look at that. 0.5 is just so good for guppies, go off their head for it. Look at that. No wonder there's so many guppies in there eating that good food. But yeah, so remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any of my upcoming videos. But hopefully I can get some more food in from them, and we can do a bit of an unboxing. And I once did get told from an Asian person that used to work in the fish farms in Asia. He said, you know good food, because he said as soon as you open it you smell it, and if it's really high in smell, he said that's normally a sign it's good food, and Frenzy Fish Food is definitely a good food. So I will see you next week.